Social distancing has emerged as our only protection against this biological malware that affected our collective cultural and systems. While economics across the globe brace themselves for a sharp hit, how can organizations prepare to ensure that their people, productivity, and processes are not infected by this confounding time where only uncertainty seems certain? As the COVID-19 coronavirus tightens its grips around the world, organizations need to be able to address the following questions. Number one, how can jobs that depend on face-to-face interactions be managed better? Number two, how can technology help? Number three, how can productivity while remote working be tracked better? Number four, how does social distancing affect your enterprise growth and longevity in the long run? And lastly, how can organizations navigate cost cuts and help employees deal better with the changes? When I think about where businesses are and where they will be for the foreseeable future, with the majority of people working from home, the concept of creating better digital proximity become increasingly important. Those able to achieve that objective will enhance and maintain market leadership. Those that can't will still struggle to survive, like many prominent brands we've seen so far. The current economic climate created by COVID-19 will accelerate the divide between the winners and the losers. Social interactions in hallways, cafes, and communal areas have been home to many good decisions and ideas. A company needs to be set up to allow for the desk anchor of the business, but also space for collaborations, a thinker's paradise. Ideas don't stop when you leave the office environment. This is true. Work continues, and with modern technologies, smartphone and tablet, the third space has become the most used working environment of them all. Just look around the train during the morning commute. Apart from the hardy few snoozers or newspaper readers, most people will be frantically tapping away on their device of choice. Now, I want to ask you is what unified workspace management means for the borderless workplace and the role that visualization, collaboration tools, and unified device management can play in this convergence. I'll explain it in 3 points, which is how to transform the workplace into a secured, collaborative, and productive environment, how to give users the technology they need to work anytime, anywhere by enabling and refining devices, application, and services for individual tasks or employee. And the third one is how to create cost-efficient capability for a more effective digital workspace with all of the advantages of agility, team collaboration, tailored business applications, and cognitive capabilities. The answer is simple. It will be mobile, and it lives in the cloud. Mobility is already redefining operating and engagement models for organizations and consumer likewise, and it can help shift the design of enterprise system to focus on the experience of the end users. Cloud services, whether it is a public or a private or both, which mean hybrid, data, system, and services can be accessed anywhere as long as there is a connectivity. They can also be monitored and controlled automatically to increase security. By combining the power of analytic with the ubiquity of mobile, organizations have opportunity to serve up rich data on location within the proper context based on user preferences and behaviors. What's more, mobility solutions will increasingly serve as a cognitive extension, empowering employees and organizations to quickly acquire new skills, work more and better together, and make better decisions. You can tailor your MDM environment to gain immediate access to device locations, current users, and content. You can also automate your MDM deployment to enforce securities and compliance settings with rules and warnings that are unique to each users and organization in a group. Finally, you can restrict or enable content and features based on the geographic location of a certain devices. As one of the most popular mobile device manufacturer, Samsung have implemented a sophisticated security layer in all their smart devices known as NOx. This system separates personal and business data, protecting information by regularly seeking out threat by assessing the various operational metrics in each of the devices that are being managed. Knox also enables their MDM software, Knox Express and Knox Premium, to interact with devices used for business. And then the software includes tools that will allow the admins to manage the device, apply policies, integrate with the Active Directories, the AD, and so much more. This is an ideal solution for businesses that manage bring your own device BYOD Samsung devices as well as for companies that issue Samsung smart devices to the employees. So I will go over for the first case study, which is under logistics. We needed a program that would block the majority of the apps on our tablets so that we can have them for business purposes. This is a side quotation of one of our customer. And then for us as a MDM solution provider, the solution was we we advised the IT team to search for the ideal solution to address their need, and they come up with one of the MDM solution we provided, which is the Knox managed solutions. They had a dedicated team of IT people, and the implementation process was easy for them. The team has explored with various features available with Knox Manage and found out that could meet their requirements. The MDM kiosk features convinced the team that MDM was ideal for addressing their challenges. So, after a trial period, they decided to subscribe to the paid version of the product. An important factors that caught the team's eye was the prompt support they received for whatever questions they had. Right from the moment they have signed up for the trial, Knox Manage continued to provide overwhelming support for the product. With MDM, we could seamlessly use Android Enterprise program that offers high quality services for enterprise devices by isolating work apps or data from personal apps or data. The program allows effective use of Android devices and apps in the workplace. Enterprise apps could easily be distributed on Android enterprise enabled devices. The geofencing features from the MDM solution enable us to build a virtual fence around a specific area and associate various restriction and configuration over the device based on their locations. When devices enter a geofencing location, the specific policies get automatically associated with the devices. This is for the geofencing features. And then another one is the Kiosk Mode features. This kiosk solution from the MDM help the organization to lock down the Android device to specific applications. By utilizing the multi-app kiosk mode, we could restrict the Android device to a handful of apps and websites. The logistic company could efficiently distribute their in-house apps across the device using MDM. They could also install store apps or enterprise apps and push the apps updates without even exiting from the kiosk mode. With MDM, enterprise apps could be installed on Android kiosk mode without any user intervention, which is why most logistic company opted for the kiosk mode features in the MDM. The implementation of MDM in the organizations helped the IT team of the logistic and fleet industry to control the employee devices completely over the air. They could easily track the real-time location of the managed devices and seamlessly push various restriction and configuration to the target devices. MDM enabled them to deploy and manage their Android as well as the iOS devices either individually or in bulk. With the excellent customer services, robust help documentation, and additional resources, the team found the setup and configuration of MDM to be quick and straightforward. Now, what are the obvious challenges with fintech industry? One thing is this is a new territory for MDM solutions to tackle too. Financial technology, or fintech for short, is used to describe a new tech that seeks to improve and automate the delivery and use of financial services. At, it, at its core, fintech is utilized to help companies, business owners, and consumers better manage their financial operators, processes, and lives by utilizing specialized software and algorithms that are used on computers and increasingly smartphones. Fintech now described bypassing a bank branch to apply for credit, raising money for a business startup, or managing your investments, generally without the assistance of a person. So this is where the MDM play a role in securing and managing the data in the mobile devices. And then when talk about fintech and MDM, the usual case often occurs in these situations. Imagine that there were employees, agents, and customers all seeking help in installing various enterprise applications recently rolled out by their internal IT departments onto their mobile phones and tablets. Looking to embrace this digital transformation, the company's top management had decided to improve the quality of its operation through the use of the remote account access. Traditionally, the normal process will be a long waiting queue to get the process done. Some customers and agents travel to the head office from distant and remote places and would often get upset if it kept waiting for too long. They often had to manually deploy the APKs device by device, one by one, which was very chaotic and tiresome. Lack of technical expertise, tracking, and security were amongst the major concerns, and most end users were unable to install the apps on their own. These are amongst the challenges and obstacles faced by the employees and the insurance agents. With the implementation of MDM as well, in fintech industry, we can apply the silent apps deployment at the snap of a finger. With MDM implementations, the employees were able to create an application repository comprises of all the apps rolled out by their company for faster enterprise application management. They no longer have to manually select each device to initiate app installations. Either they can just simply add the specific devices to one group and then they push the apps to an entire groups all at once. For example, we could create a group based on department or designations such as loan officers, portfolio managers, correspondents, and agents. And then all this group, we will be silently pushing the portfolio management APK, for example, only to the portfolio managers. Users, which comprises of both customers and the employees, they have been really happy with the experience that the IT got back as got back its peace of mind. Okay. Second one, MDM helps fintech in securing the corporate email access. Using containerization features, MDM can prevent unauthorized apps from accessing email data. For example, when the end user can no longer copy and paste information from corporate emails into the personal account. End users also have a new ways to securely view corporate email attachment. With the Conditional Exchange Access CEA, MDM delivers the complete security for corporate emails by preventing any unauthorized devices from accessing the corporate exchange server. This is very beneficial to fintech because one of their main objectives is all about securing the data and encrypting the data. And then the third one will be how MDM can helps in managing fintech industry is by remote management, providing a powerful safeguard against device loss. Okay, to overcome a missing device or a stolen device issue, geo-tracking features helps the employees and the field agents to locate the managed mobile device. With lost mode, they can remotely locate and lock down any lost devices, as well as display a personalized message, example, the owner's phone number, on the device lock screen. And then, if the employees are unable to recover the lost devices, the IT can selectively remove all the corporate data from the devices or choose to completely wipe it.